All right, welcome guys to another BYO interview. We got a special one today. Usually the interviewer is Steven, but today that would be me. So we got co-commish um, and co-daddy of the league, Steven Jackson. So how you feeling, man? I know you excited for this game.
I mean, I feel good. Obviously, we waited 10 years for this game. Back then when we had this game, we didn't have online leagues really. So this is obviously uncharted territory. And I feel like so far we've been doing a good job.
Yeah, nah, it's definitely been picking up some steam. I mean, tomorrow we got the deep dive. That's for the Dynasty, so I can't wait for that, man. But you don't got to put it out there. I know you got a decent pick, but is there any teams like you kind of have your top three list already?
I would say I have about 4 teams on my radar. Um, a few teams in the East and a few teams in the West. Typically, without giving too much away, I look at uniforms. That's a big deciding factor for me. I had a team on my list that did not make the cut because I didn't think the uniforms were good enough. Because in my opinion, uniforms are one of the most important things.
Yeah,
If you're a team like Alabama, you only have the reds and the whites, or a team like Penn State and you only have whites and the blue. That's not a team I want to go to because I want to see different color schemes and stuff. So that's what I look at.
yep. I'm looking at the same too, bro. Like, there's a lot of different factors that go into it, but I know obviously you see the orange behind you. I know you bleed it too. Is that your end goal? Or are you looking to stay, and stack with a team?
So a lot of the other coaches have got on here and said they want to build from the ground up and stay there. I'm gonna be honest. I wherever I go, I'm getting out of there as fast as I can. That's just the way I see it. Um, this is a build your legacy coaching legacy. This isn't a build your legacy school legacy.
Yeah.
So as much as I want to go to a team that's in my radar, I don't really want to go to Clemson, but if the opportunity presents itself, it's going to be hard to say no. Obviously, I'm a diehard Clemson fan. There are some teams that I'd like to get to the upper echelon of Power 5 programs that I kind of want to bring back to the national notoriety. Um, so that's my intention. I don't want to stay at a school, for 3, 4, 5 years. The second I can progress and win as many games as I need to progress, I'm going to do that. So that way I can get up to the higher ranks and the powerhouses, the blue bloods.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think a lot of people at first, we kind of were like, all right, like let's kind of I'd love to go take, what Texas State, whatever, and just build them up, build them up, build them up. But when you see everybody else around you and all the competition we have in the league, and everybody's making it known that they're trying to move up too, it's like, all right, well, I got to make sure that I got the best team going forward as well. But I feel you. I know a lot of people have kind of those like 4-star teams that are kind of on the verge of being a 5-star, but they just need a little bit more help. Speaking of legacy, though, I know this question. You've asked this question a lot. What do you want your legacy to be? In this whatever 5, 6, however many seasons we go in BYL.
Well, so those of you guys who have been in the Discord, and if you've navigated through the channels, we have a Hall of Champions Discord channel. The intention of that channel is to have everyone's win percentage, everyone's playoff percentage, the national championship. I want to be the top guy in there. I think everybody wants to be, known as the guy. I've been on record saying Madden stats and accolades don't transfer over. So I'm
Uh,
not going to speak on Madden, stats and accolades, but I feel like I did a fairly good job Madden wise. So I want to carry that over to the college football scene. I want to be the guy on the top of the leaderboard where new users come in and they see not only is he a commissioner, but he's able to win. And I think, starting from the bottom and moving your way up is paramount. And that's why I want to get up there as fast as I possibly can because winning percentage is going to matter to me. The chips, the hardware is going to matter. So eventually, that's what I want my legacy to be. Is I want to be known as the guy in here.
yeah. I mean, hey, you did that in GFL, in a lot of the leagues. You obviously, the top dog, really, honestly. So it's going to be interesting to see how that carries over to college. I know that's something that to the collegiate level, I know that's something you care about a lot more. So I'm just interested, like in general, just to see how that goes. And just kind of see how everybody stacks up. Who we're kind of the guys who are more dominant, kind of the big dog. We kind of have the tiers. We always have power rankings. It's going to be interesting to see if that gets shaken up because of the new format and the recruiting, which again we'll find out more about tomorrow. Um, and I guess last question. This is a little bit of a different one because it's you. But as a commissioner, what's kind of what are you most excited about for this league? And two, kind of what's your big vision? I know we kind of already know, but it'd be good to hear it from your mouth.
So stats and accolades aside, winning aside, I want everyone to have a fun, enjoyable experience. I want it to be interactive. As you guys can see, we are doing these interviews and stuff like that. And just overall, I want to give the most to our users as possible. We're obviously doing rewards. We may do trophies. We're going to have all these Discord channels and just giving back. Obviously, I want to make sure that this is the most, the best, most well ran league in the community. And I
Yeah.
want it to be where people want to be in this league. Again, we've said this so many times before where we're not going to chase you around. It's a privilege to be in here, to be honest. It's 32 of
Mhm.
us. There's
Yep.
59,000 people in the chat or in the community page. It's really a privilege to be in here. 32 of us obviously, and the amount of effort that's going into building this from the ground up, quite literally. 2 years ago, we've been brainstorming these different ideas. The amount of time and effort, money that's going to be putting in, to keep this thing afloat and keep it thriving. And I'm not asking for any, anything in return. I'm not asking for any praise, any money. All I ask is everyone, to try to lead by example and show the same interaction as we're showing, because all it takes is effort. To get on here, do a 5-minute interview, do your coach's reaction, press conference type thing. So overall, I would say, to kind of pivot, the legacy of the league. I want the legacy of the league to be known as, the league everybody wants to be in. We may branch out and have 3, 4, 5 leagues all centered around this one universe type thing, which would be super dope. With kind of a division system and having the top guys at the top and the bottom. It's also
Yeah.
something we talked about, but just in totality, I want this league to be the most fun and enjoyable experience for the best users and also for the users who aren't as good or this may be their first league, something that they enjoy as well. Because at the end of the day, I want everyone to enjoy it. I don't want it to feel like for someone to feel like it's a chore. I just want everyone to kind of be able to kick it. We all have daily lives, work, things of that nature. So I want it to kind of be a fun experience for everyone.
Yep, I love it, man. We've always kind of been a gentleman's league, There's kind of a little bit of everything for everybody, but it's a little different. I think all we ask for is just the effort, the little interviews here and there. Um, you know, do your recruiting and everything. So yeah, that's good, man. And I like that too. Like it's a privilege to be in here. We've already seen, we've kind of had some guys that were with us and they're not with us now because they weren't with the carryover. So all in all, great interview. Yeah, looking forward to the deep dive tomorrow. And yeah, appreciate your time, Coach Steve.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, bro.